Our story begins with the Terrarian, who is looking around for a cave at night to mine materials for the new set of armor he wants to make. Suddenly, he hears strange noises coming from a nearby forest, the sounds of iron clashing, and the groans of fallen enemies. He quickly rushes to the scene and finds a hero. Ever since he was brought to this world, he thought he was the only champion sent to fight evil. But it seems like that wasn't the case. The stranger wore iron armor and had deep red hair. It was Carl, who was brutally dismantling a horde of zombies. One of them tries to attack from behind, but is shot by the Terrarian using the boomstick. Carl turned to him and yelled, "Hey you! That was my kill." The Terrarian waved his hands as a sign of peace, but Carl couldn't care less. He lunged at the Terrarian, who threw a star at him using the Star Fury. Carl swung his sword, slashing the star in half, and both exchanged multiple strikes, before a bunch of other people rushed to separate them. There was 4 of them. Their names were Valerie, Hal, Hex, and Andriane. After restraining Carl, they apologized to the Terrarian, who nodded to them. Valerie made a proposal. "How about we take you to our camp? Would you like that?" The Terrarian, although a bit reluctant, nodded in agreement. Their base was located at the Squid Coast village, but he noticed something odd. He had never heard of such a place. How could an entire region stay unnoticed? He hoped to get his answers once they reached their destination. He saw weird people with big noses and unibrows. Apparently, these villagers hide their hands as a sign of peace. There were more heroes there. The Terrarian had friends back in his own base, but he hadn't talked to fellow warriors in a long time. One man caught his attention. He wore a cyan shirt. Valerie noticed this and said, "You know, that guy is Steve. He is a lot like you. Not much of talker either. You could become friends." The Terrarian approached the stranger and nodded. Steve nodded back. Steve took a cake out of his pocket and offered it as a gift. The Terrarian gladly accepted the offer. Perhaps this is the beginning of a new adventure. End of part 1.